hopefully we'll get it in the end. But we're ready to go with our final game of the day, Slam versus Viper. It's 1-1 as we go into Viper's home map, Migration. And joining me once again, MajorQueros. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the patience as well.
You're welcome. Yeah, glad to be here. As yeah, we are going to watch our last game. This time, Migration, Italian mirror match once again. Let's see what these players have for us.
Yeah, Italians. Any surprises there? I think not. At least it's not going to be Italians versus Huns. It's just going to be that Italian mirror. We have Slam to the southwest playing as obviously the Italians in the blue, and we have Viper to the northeast in the yellow. The map looks pretty standard. It looks like one of those longer distance rushes, although I would be interested to see if either player does go for that fast feudal aggression, which you can do as the Italians thanks to that cheaper age up cost. But yeah, I mean, Viper's been choosing Migration a lot as his home map. I think he's really just been nailing it in terms of his strats on this map, and it's so far worked out very well for him. He's not lost any Migration games so far. In this tournament, he's lost just 2 matches, and I think both of them were on open maps. So far his home map pick, he's unbeaten.
Yes, and somebody in chat asking, what about the Vikings? Aren't they any good anymore? And with HD, no, actually not. Not in Feudal Age, as they don't get fire ships. And that is a big thing.
Oh yeah, Vikings have dropped off to scrub tier, pleb tier civ status now, as the Italians are the new kings in town. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with the Italians when you look at all their bonuses, and I feel like we're just repeating ourselves eternally every time. It's like, oh, it's a water map. Oh, it's the Italians. Oh, well, why are the Italians good? Well, let's just repeat ourselves for the 7th time in a row. But you know, it's always for the sake of those people who might be new to the stream or might be new to the game and don't know already. Otherwise, there's not a huge amount to discuss regarding the civs. Regarding strats, though, I mean, we can keep a close eye on the berries, because that can often tell us a large amount about what the plan is. If players mill the berries earlier, they'll likely go for the fast feudal. Otherwise, they'll add the 2nd, possibly 3rd dock, and it's just basically fish boom up very hard. Viper here with the gold quite close to his TC is going to block some farms. That's not really going to be a problem until a lot later on. And yeah, I mean, he'll still want to build a mining camp on that, so not a huge deal there. Slam's woodlines are... they're okay, really. I mean, this one is easily attacked from the south, but it's probably going to be fire galleys, so don't have to worry too much about the range of the galleys being a problem. And then I guess we could take a look towards the center, which is... I mean, this is actually quite similar to the Migration we saw earlier. It's a little bit more squished, I guess, but the Migration we saw earlier was like a big nuclear bomb going off in the middle. This is similar, and all of the resources are up on the top side of the map again, with the rush distance being shortest across the bottom. And I wonder if the players are going to recognize that.
Yeah, I would say in this case, Slam has his dock on the left side and the Viper has his dock on the right side, then the rush distance is going to be quite long. Unless maybe Slam would add some other docks on the right side. But even then, it's longer than we have seen so far.
Yeah, and sometimes you get super long rush distances, sometimes you don't at all. And reading the map and getting some kind of indication of how the map is looking based on your starting position can kind of give it away. We saw that with Viper versus DauT, even, with Viper doing the fast feudal into DauT, completely blind, knowing that DauT was close by. In this case, though, Viper's adding his 2nd dock. That tells us that he will continue to commit to this fishing boom for now. And we'll see Slam add his 2nd dock as well, by the looks of things, a little bit later. Quite a bit later, in fact. Viper is going to start pulling ahead in fishing ships now, I believe.
Yeah, but his dock is still pretty nice. Good amount of deep fish around it. And yeah, like I said earlier, this dock indeed is closer to Viper. But then again, 2 docks, so that means that we won't really see a super fast feudal.
Yeah, neither player moving over to the berries just yet. Both players getting the deer, of course, and right now, I mean, I'd say Slam was well, he's gonna start to fall behind a little bit, I feel. Interesting though, oh, Viper's come over to this lumber camp here. That's kind of interesting. I guess he's very confident that Slam isn't going to make any galleys here, or he's going to win the water at least. But you're right. I mean, he's not going to want to grab the lumber camp on the back because the berries are blocking it.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward for him.
This is a nice lumber camp, to be honest, because of the concave here. It's going to be really efficient.
If Slam is going to take water control, well, but that is for any woodline, right? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Slam's unlikely to get galleys up in here for a long time, and I think that's a good, for now, the efficiency is absolutely worth it. Viper right here is 34 pop. Slam's 34 pop as well. They're actually completely neck and neck at this stage, and they've even got like basically the same amount of resources in the bank. Viper's got 100 extra food actually, so never mind. How does he do it? How does he always end up with more resources? Slam's even built a mill, and he's taking the berries, and Viper still has more resources without doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's Viper hacks, man. I just wanted to say Slam moving out now to the mill, indeed, and Viper getting his third dock up. So dock up. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. It's just Viper things. That's
I think the efficiency of the fish, obviously. I mean, he had the fish. He must have had the fish a little bit earlier, and the fishing ships are fishing very efficiently. So it's obviously working out for Viper here. And Slam, meanwhile, yeah, he's adding in his 4th dock right now. He's on the way up to feudal. 40 population for both players. Viper's 10% of the way up faster than 10%. 10% further ahead of Slam, I'm trying to say, going up to the feudal age.
But still pretty close, I would say. 10% is not a lot.
Yeah, right now Viper is 1 vil behind as well, obviously. But I mean, we were talking about the food. Well, the villager count was completely even, so that's kind of not the case of why. But still, Viper now moving over to the mill, and Slam moving away from the mill. It's like you've got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, in, out, shake it all about. Viper gonna grab the berries because he's gonna be going for the fast castle, of course. And Slam, I don't know, man. How many docks has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4 docks.
Yes.
Viper's on 3. It looks like Slam's going to be more aggressive in the feudal age, whereas Viper's going for the straight up fast castle. But Slam's probably going to be very fast to castle as well, either way. But maybe a bit more commitment to ships right now. Maybe not. I don't know, man.
Doesn't look like it. He's getting a market and blacksmith up. So he's still getting. Oh, right. He's getting fires out right now. So first get the buildings up, then get the fires, and I like that. Maybe he can try to go still up fairly early, but do that he does have fire ships to start to poke the Viper.
Well, Viper did quite a nice thing here. Viper added a lot more fish whilst he was going up to the feudal age, whereas Slam actually stopped his fish production. So as you can see, the difference is that Viper now actually has an additional 5 fish on the water, just because he did an extra bunch of ships while he was advancing to the feudal age. Because when they clicked up to feudal, their populations were absolutely even. Slam will get the first fire galleys out, though. And meanwhile, on the middle of the map, Slam hasn't found any sheep. Viper has. He's already getting scouting info of the center of the map. And both players now committing to the fire galleys. And Viper knows already, actually, where Slam is. He's already scouted a dock there. I don't know if he used a fishing ship to do that. I'm guessing he did. Absolutely worth it. He's going to send his fire galleys the right way around.
Yeah, and Slam is up a little bit earlier to Castle Age. Are they gonna go right past each other both ways? No. The Viper now does scout the Slam right there. 1 ship did get away, so maybe he can snipe a fishing ship.
Yeah, maybe he could come through, but
still pretty close.
He might find 1. He'd have to suicide the fire galley to get it. You could argue that's worth it, but he's actually going to back away. And Viper here going to put up a more than adequate defense. 4 fire ships already here to defend this. Meanwhile, I mean, something that Viper does seem to do a lot on this map is get his scout, get a couple of vils. It's always 2 vils and a scout, or sometimes 3. And send them to the middle, like, as soon as possible. well, not as soon as possible, otherwise he'd build it in the Dark Age. But I mean, as soon as he's like advancing to castle, he'll get those units across, like build a monastery, build a second town center, and start grabbing relics, start taking center map control. And you do see Viper doing that a lot. You also see him building the forward docks as well. And talk about the fish efficiency. This forward dock's going to help with that, and also help with the reinforcement time. But Slam, as you said, faster to castle, faster to get War Galley, and maybe faster to push Viper back. We'll see.
Yes, and he did push, or Slam did get 2 fire galleys to the top of the map, and he did snipe one fire galley from Viper. So now he has 2 fire ships right there, and
versus one.
Yeah, he could snipe some more fishing ships.
I think he will, in fact, get more fishing ships here. It does look like it's going that way, as Viper's going to lose the fire galley. He's actually not got any army in position at all, so these fish are forced to sail away. I was going to say run away, but they're not running anywhere. Meanwhile, Slam's coming in. He's already got fire ship done. Yes. Viper will be doing the fire ships himself in a moment, but Slam's going to have a small advantage going into this. However, that's not a numbers advantage. That is a tech advantage. And Viper will take the lead in that fight and convincingly win.
Great.
Yeah. Terrible demolition ship from Slam.
Yeah, he did get 1. But still, the fire ships are right there, so you can still snipe a few fishing ships.
And still, yeah, Slam is in the north killing the fish, as I was about to say. So Viper going to get the advantage in the south. Slam's going to have to put up a defense here, whereas Slam is up in the north killing the fish out here. So it's kind of like a bit of a trade on either side. And Slam starts to add some war galleys in now. Interesting decision, but I think he wants to have a good mix so he can deal with the demolition ships a little better. As Slam's going to bring another demolition ship in. He could get a good shot, take down 2. Very nicely done. That's a good trade. And Slam will defend. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And he's equalized the ship count. 16 ships for both, 16 fish for both Slam and Viper here, with Slam taking the advantage in the military count as well. So Slam's at a good point in this game right here.
Yeah, he has the water control, but now the thing is, Viper is already on the middle, and he's getting a siege workshop there. He has already picked up 1 relic, so Viper kind of, or almost trading the water for the middle land, but I wouldn't necessarily say that, as he still has a little bit of presence on the water, but he will have to work still to get back the water control if he wanted to.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful as well, Slam that is, because he is adding a few too many war galleys in without the support of the fire ships. He's really got to be careful not to just let the war galleys die. Let the fire ships fight on the front, let the war galleys sit behind. But, you know, if Viper's going to outnumber him with fire ships, then Viper's just going to be able to push it right back again. And I think Slam's got to be very careful about taking good engagements on the water. Now he's got this lead. Well, now he had that lead. Viper's going to add another dock on this right side. And the interesting thing is the siege workshop, though. That's for sure. I mean, what's the plan with the siege workshop here? It must be it must be a second Castle Age unit. And just for those of you in the chat, the spectator overlay tech thing has crashed again. So I didn't notice Viper was going imp, but he's actually going imp right now. 33%, Slam's on 14%. So Viper a little bit faster to imp here. And Slam's going to lose a Vil on the mainland, which is kind of unfortunate.
When I was saying like the siege workshop is going up, I was already wondering what that was all about. But for now, Viper really nice map control so far on the middle, as he is getting a TC right there. Not the best TC, as he is not securing any gold or stone, but still it's really nice there on the hill.
Yeah, meanwhile, Viper making a monk, and that's going to get sniped by Slam's scout. Nicely done, as both players are kind of standing off at the moment, neither of them going in, with both of them getting the Imperial Age tech right now. They don't want to really overcommit to a fight and lose too many units, but I mean, Viper will take this fight, absolutely, any day of the week. There's too many war galleys here, and I think Viper should just stay in, bring the demos in, and he could take that quite easily as Slam retreats. And that demolition ship, oh, not a bad shot, not a bad shot, getting splash damage onto 4, as yeah, Slam is going to now fall back on the water. The TC, like you said, going up in the middle as well, but it's miles away from any of the gold that Viper wants to secure later on. And for now, I mean, it's very, very close. Both players on like 70 pop, both players with roughly the same amount of army, both with the same amount of fish. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It still can go either way, and what I like about Slam is that he is on the right side of the island. He's getting a barracks up right there, also a new dock on that side, and that is pretty nice. Then he doesn't actually have the resources for a town center, but still he has the presence on that side of the island.
Well, I mean, Slam could spend resources on making a TC, or he could invest those resources. Oh, that was a huge demo shot by Viper there, actually. That was really nice. That was exactly what he needed to do. But as I say, he could also, instead of doing that, invest more resources onto the water. But Slam's too slow with the Imperial Age upgrade, and Viper will get fast fires. And with a really nice demolition shot, that's going to be Slam having to fall back once again. But is Slam going to go for the condos here? That could be cool. Make mass condos in the middle, start raiding Viper, similar to what Viper did the other day on migration as well.
I think for now Slam has other things to worry about. He is on fast fires as well, so he is mirroring Viper quite nicely. But yeah, the fight he took earlier with the demo shot, that was a pretty tough one. And Viper getting another good demo shot, man.
Oh, I missed that one, but yeah, Slam's going to come in with a demo at the back as well. Maybe he can do something with this, but it's nice because every time Viper sees a demolition ship, look how he splits his army to try and avoid it. But he's going to have to go back here anyway because he is now outnumbered. But overall, he does have the advantage on the water. He does have 20 ships versus Slam's 15. And Slam is kind of starting to fall behind now. Like, Viper's got ahead in Vils, and that's going to be a little worrying for Slam.
Yeah, in population count, Slam is quite behind indeed. And he is. I saw him getting block printing out as well. And with the 2 monasteries on the mainland, I wonder what he wants to do with that.
Ah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't see block printing because the overlays crashed. But meanwhile, Viper adding 2 barracks into the middle of the map. And I almost feel like we're going to see a repeat of the game between these 2 guys yesterday on migration as well. Yeah, probably going to see some condos coming out for Viper here. He has got a lot of food and a lot of gold in the bank. And what better to use that on than condos? Why not?
Yeah, definitely a really nice, strong unit to use with the Italians. And Slam is struggling a bit with the resources, it seems. Well, or at least he's pretty low on resources.
Yeah, it does look that way. He doesn't seem to have anywhere near as much eco at this point. Even though the villager count isn't that different, Viper with just 10 additional villagers. But he's had that advantage for some time, and I do worry for Slam now. The condos are coming out at 2 at a time, with the 3rd barracks coming up. And of course, Slam does have a couple of monks, but he could get cleaned up very quickly here by just a few of these guys. They're very quick.
Yeah, 3 monks isn't going to cut it. And also a mangonel for the Viper, so map control definitely in favor of the Viper. And Slam will need to respond either way, as he can't really take fights on the water, and he's also trying to retain the middle, so it's a really complicated map to play at this point.
Oh yeah, and he's just been denied his TC. That's Slam over here. There's 3 villagers that have died out here now. 2 died to a wolf, and then 1 just died to a mangonel shot. Viper, the condos are coming through, and Slam's got 4 monks, so if you can get the conversions, great. But if Viper has like over 8 condos here, I think he'll be fine. And meanwhile, he's bringing the Vils in to kill the TC. Look at this. The TC is going to go down, and Slam's not going to delete it. So that's going to be resources lost. I've got to say, though, don't the condos have like the most smooth animations out of any unit in the game?
I know, right?
They're like ridiculously smooth. How are they that smooth? I don't get it. Can't we make all the units this good? I mean, that would be nice. But yeah, basically Slam's going to get cleaned up, and Viper's just going to overwhelm him here.
And the problem is that he is losing quite badly on the water now as well, with some more good demo shots from the Viper coming in, killing 4 fire ships. That's just such a nice value. And now, yeah, pretty much anything that Slam had is going to go away now. taken from him.
Absolutely. I feel like Viper could just start doing galleys right now. Now he's got the water control. Viper could just add galleons, start killing everything from the shoreline, prevent Slam from getting over to the middle, and Slam wasn't able to get a foothold on the middle of the map either in the end. So ultimately, Viper will take the win in game number 3, taking the series 2-1, which isn't so bad at all. You know, he's not invincible. He has lost a couple of games so far this tournament, and people keeping him humble, keeping him competitive, that's for sure.
Yeah, well played for Slam, taking that one game from the Viper. Also, he did keep up until Imperial Age, and that's from there he started to fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. I think that Imperial play from Viper is starting to get maybe a little bit too repetitive now, though. If players are watching his recorded games, if players are paying close attention, they're going to realize that, okay, Viper's doing this strat nearly every time. He's going Italians, he's landing the middle early, he's grabbing a couple of relics, he's building forward docks, and he's making counter terror. So how do you deal with that? And I think that's then... it might become very predictable and players might end up starting to adapt to that strat. But maybe, you know, this is the Viper, you know, this is one strat. And as soon as someone starts like thinking ahead and predicting what he's going to do, he'll just change to something else, probably. That's what I'm guessing anyway. But there you go. That's 2-1 to Viper in there. And that's all.